Excel Tutorial 2, pages 60, 61, and 62. Looking at page 60, open the Excerpt Comp workbook located in your tutorial folder. Okay, you should have already saved these files from Moodle Room to your flash drive. If you haven't, press pause now and go copy the necessary files onto your flash drive. Once you've done that, you can come back, hit play, and keep going. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is a file save as, and save this to your flash drive. Make sure that you're never saving it to one of the computers at the college, always to your flash drive so it goes with you. And the name is Excerpt Comp Sales Report. Alright, step number 2. In the documentation sheet, please notice that there's 3 different sheets. They're not telling you to open another file. If they wanted another file open, they specifically would have said file, but they said sheet. So if you look down at the bottom, you can see we have 3 sheets. We have documentation, which is the current active sheet, yearly sales, and monthly sales. So we're in the documentation sheet. Enter your name in cell B4 and the date in cell B5. Cell B4, column B, row 4. Enter your name. Press your enter key and it takes you to cell B5. To ensure that you're in the correct cell, look right up here in the address bar. This tells you the current location of your insertion point, which is cell B5. In cell B5, enter the current date. Do not copy the date that I'm going to enter, but enter the date that you're actually completing this work. And press your enter key to make it accept the date. Now, review the contents of the 3 worksheets. To do that, all you're going to do is click on the sheets and read what's here. As you can see, the yearly sales is a compilation of the units sold and the revenue for this company. It's separated out by region, region 1, region 2, etc. Units sold in 2011 and 2012. The revenue by region, again, region 1 through region 8, their 2011 sales and their 2012 sales. If you click on the sheet monthly sales, now you can see by month how many units were sold in each region. So in January, region 1 sold 288 units. In 2012, region 5 in April sold 307 units. You may have to scroll up and down to be able to see everything. Click back on your documentation sheet, and that's the end of everything on page 60. Let's move on to page 61. The first thing you should always do is read everything in your textbook. Don't just jump right in and start madly clicking and trying to follow what they're telling you to do, because you need to read the textbook. You're paying money for it, and this is where there's some really important information that will teach you everything about Excel. So right now, press your pause button, look at the top of page 61, and read those 3 or 4 paragraphs on applying fonts and font styles before we move on. Step number 1. Click the Documentation Sheet tab, and we're already there. If you didn't do that, go ahead and click on it to make it the active worksheet, and then click cell A1 to make it the active cell. Remember your keyboard command, Control Home, which will always take you back up to the very top of your worksheet, and that would have worked as well as clicking on cell A1. Please notice that when we click in cell A1, the orange highlight is on the column and the row to tell you exactly where you're located, plus you have your address bar. In the font group, on the Home tab, click the font arrow to display a list of fonts available on your computer. The first fonts are the theme fonts for headings and body text, Cambria and Calibri. See figure 2.1. If you look down, one of the things I like about this textbook is when they're telling you to do something, they show you a nice little graphic of exactly what you should be doing. It's right underneath step 2. Stop and take a look at it, so that when you're working on your own at home or in the computer lab, you can always remember to look down at these illustrations to help you understand what they're telling you to do. So it said to click on the Home tab, Font Group, and go to the font box, which right now says Calibri, and click the down pointing arrow. Again, Home tab, Font Group, Font box, press that down pointing arrow. The first two options are Cambria, which is a heading, and Calibri, which is used for the body. Click on Cambria. Now you'll notice we didn't have to select the text, we simply clicked in the cell and the change took place. Turn to page 62, step number 4. In the font group, click the font size arrow to display a list of font sizes and then click 26. Okay, Home tab, Font group, font size box, down pointing arrow, scroll down. Notice your live preview. Look at how the text changes. And we want 26. Please also notice that once you get past font size 11, there are no odd numbered font sizes. If you wanted an odd numbered font size, you would type it in and press your enter key. But since we're using an even numbered font, we can click on the 26. Step number 5. In the font group, click the bold button. The company name is bold-faced. Next, you'll format the company's slogan. So, all we're going to do is click on Home, hit the bold button, and move on to step 6. Click cell A2, which reads the Intelligent Path to Fitness. In the font group, click the font arrow and then click Cambria. Step number 8. In the font group, click the font size arrow and then click 10. Step number 9. In the font group, click the italic button. Step number 10. Select the range A4 to A6. So A4 to A6. We've selected the whole range and you can see it's A, 4, 5, and 6. Click the bold button. Click cell A7. The column labels are bolded. The formatted text is shown in figure 2-2. Look down and ensure that your screen matches the screen that's shown in figure 2-2. Now, we'll go on to the next video. We're finished with this video. Make sure you reach up and hit save, and then you can go find the video for the information that's contained on pages 63 and 64.